And now, Freelance Heroism presents Bard Company.
Hey everybody, welcome to Freelance Heroism. My name is Dees.
And I'm Rachel.
And before we even get started, we just want to say thank you to everyone out there who donates at the Patreon, in particular those who donate at the producer tier.
Mm-hmm.
Rachel,
yes.
Would you like to let us know who they are?
I would love to. We want to say thank you to Duncan, Nate, Breakmeister, Rebecca, and Chris Stones. Thank you so much, everyone.
We really appreciate it. You help us make a better show for everyone out there, all the listeners. So give yourself a round of applause. I know you're not going to add it. Don't have to.
Thank you.
Tell me.
Yeah.
Rachel.
Yes.
So we've been watching this show Dark.
Uh-huh.
Right? And I thought it was about something else. I watched the first, little chunk of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wasn't into it. This is forever ago. And I was just like, this is crap. And when you brought it up before, I was like, I don't really want to watch something else. Right?
Yeah.
But then I'd heard something about the show being really good, and a bunch of people had said it was really good, and people said it was like a better version of Stranger Things. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
so all right, well, let's give it another go. And I will say that your suggestion maybe at first seemed really bad. And I want to apologize for that.
Oh.
It was me who messed this one up. This show is great. I like this show a lot.
You know this is being recorded, right?
I know it's being recorded.
All right.
I know.
All right. I also thought that the show was about something else. I thought it was sort of like a crime show, like.
Oh, I thought it was about
assault.
monsters.
Oh, well, I mean, it could have been like monsters committing crimes.
I'm monsters. Right.
But it's about like time travel,
which I love.
It's very cool. And you were even like way in the beginning of the first season, because you're much more like knowledgeable about time travel than I am.
Time travel does not exist. So saying I'm knowledgeable about it's sort of like a backhanded thing to say.
No, but like
I'm an enthusiast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. But like way in the beginning of the first season, you were like, this is about time travel before it was overtly about time travel.
Right.
And you're like, this is about time travel and it's about this specific time travel theory.
Right.
And you were right, which also didn't really happen until the second season?
End of the second season, yeah.
And end of the second season. And you had predicted this way in the first.
Well, they had made a mention of particles, right? And I had literally, it was like the weirdest timing. I had just watched that thing was it Alan Tudyk?
Uh-huh.
Probably getting his first name wrong. Neil Tudyk, I think is right.
Oh, okay.
But he talks about from the Big Bang, there not being just one fucking expanse of particles, but when we look for antiparticles, we're actually looking at two timelines expanding out from the same point in different directions. And so when one particle exists in one, the anti version of that particle is the same in the other side, but moving in an equally distant direction at the same speed. So every particle has its antiparticle, right?
Yeah.
And that's sort of the theory for it, right? I found that super fascinating, and I had thought like that before, not as polished or well thought out as him, but I really do enjoy this kind of stuff. So I was just like, I think they must have said something about antiparticles or something like that, because I was like, boom, 2 times. I was just like, yes. Turns out I was a little right and a little wrong. Turns out that I think in this one they talk about there being multiple times, but I was right about the loop.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to sound like absolute gibberish to anyone who's not a huge time nerd. But like the loop doesn't actually, like when you think about Back to the Future, right?
Mm-hmm.
Back to the Future is they jump back to the same timeline, to the same point.
Yeah.
And things in front of them have changed. Right?
Right.
They go back and the photos change, or they go back and something else is changing, right? So it maintains everything inside of one singular reference frame.
Mm-hmm.
And this is sort of the same, except for it does not loop back on itself. It actually creates a parallel line along the same trajectory as the initial timeline. So it's like a little loop in a string.
Okay.
Like one of those little race car tracks.
Yeah.
Like that. So the cars are still moving in the same direction. The loop comes up and goes back to where they had landed in the time travel 33 years in this instance.
Like you're talking about particles and all this different stuff, and then you're like, like a toy car on a racetrack.
Oh, I didn't mean to be rude. I didn't mean to be dismissive. I'm just saying that that's a perfect metaphor for it, is that you're still moving in the same direction, but yeah. Did that come off as a dick move? I didn't mean
no, I just thought it was funny that like you went from like particles to like,
I learned that from Star Trek.
When you put your Hot Wheels on a racetrack.
No, I learned that from Star Trek. Anytime Geordi's trying to explain something and he's looking around the room and people are just looking at him like he's weird. He's like filling a balloon with too much gas. And they're like, oh. And he's like, right. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, we're gonna fill it with inverse tachyon particles. And then he's like, what? He's like, we're gonna spoil the milk. And they're like, oh. Oh, okay.
Oh, why didn't you just say it like that?
He did. And then later on, he's actually telling that exact same story to fucking Scotty, right? From the original Star Trek. And he gets to what they did, and he looks right at Jordan and goes, "You spoiled the milk." And I'm like, they must teach him that in the academy. Anyway, yeah, but the show is really good. And we only have 2 more episodes, so I'm really excited. I tried to get done with everything so we could get back on time and watch it, so we could do both tonight. But I don't know if it's gonna be too late.
I don't think so, unless the last 2 episodes are like ridiculously long.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm excited to go watch it, and then on the next intro we can talk about whether or not we recommend it to other people, because sometimes the endings can fuck things up.
True.
I'm always worried about the blue laser.
Blue laser?
Think about how many times in a movie you watch the whole movie and it's great, or a show and you watch the whole show and it's great, and then right at the end a big blue beam of light gets shot up into the sky, and then the hero has to fix it.
Oh,
it happened in Superman, it happens in Spider-Man, it happens in every fucking movie ever. Big blue laser shooting straight up into the air. They even did a reverse version of it for Independence Day 4. A big blue beam comes shooting straight down at the earth. When directors don't know what to do, they throw a bunch of lasers in there. Generally a big pillar of light is how they do it.
Okay, but in The Fifth Element, the pillar of light is what fixes everything.
Right, of course. Why wouldn't it be? But it's still a pillar of light. Do you see what I'm saying? Everything's a pillar of light.
Yes.
In every movie, a pillar of light is the solution or the bad thing. Just like when they don't know what to do, they create a pillar of light. It's like a writer. How are you not upset by that? I see it like a million times and it makes me crazy. You not notice it before?
I guess I haven't noticed it before.
You're going to see it so often now that I've told you about it that it's going to make you fucking crazy. You're going to think about the beam of light.
Okay.
If you're out there, put your favorite beam of light underneath the episode. Just in the comments, write movie with beam of light, and then we'll judge who's the best beam of light for the next one.
My favorite beam of light is The Fifth Element.
Okay. I'm trying to think what my favorite is. I don't know that I have a favorite beam. I'm just pretty upset every time I see one. Huh. Ghostbusters had one, I think. Damn it. Anyway. So, smash that subscribe button. And leave a link to a clip of your favorite beam of light from a movie. Thank you.
Makes no sense.
What's this? You've never seen...
I think anyone listening to this out of context is gonna be like, beam of light.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Like
I know you're talking about
of glowy light.
Yes, like a laser or like a magic power or something.
When you see it, you look, from now on, after you've heard this exact complaint, you're gonna see them fucking everywhere. You don't know how many times you've seen it. It happens all the fucking time in all kinds of movies. I'm surprised there wasn't one in Titanic. There might have been. I don't know. But there's beams. There's generally blue, but I've seen green, and sometimes they do red just to try to throw you off. But like, come on, you're gonna see them everywhere. And if there's one in the finale of this one, I'm gonna be very pissed off. I'm just letting you know ahead of time. That if there's a big beam of light at the end of this one to cover up a plot hole, I'm gonna be pissed. Okay. So, all right.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and go to this week's episode.
Title: Big Blue Beam of Light.
This is a Bard Company episode. We are continuing the solo adventures of Ranazmyr and Virion.
Yeah.
This is Bard Company episode 25, Twisted Sister.
Oh, I love that title.
You came up with it.
We're not gonna take it. No, we're gonna take it.
Look, I'm sorry. All right, I thought this camp was abandoned. I was just checking for more supplies. I'm on my way out of here.
You're full of shit.
No, I'm leaving here.
We know who you are, Yarno. You have dealings with the spider, eh?
Oh. Are you working with the spider?
I am the son of the spider. But they're different spiders, I think. Maybe the same spider, I don't know. Describe your spider. Does he have 8 arms?
No.
My father had 8 arms and never hugged me with any of them. He was such a cold man.
He went out for more flies and never came back.
He went out for 8 packs of cigarettes.
He was a chain smoker.
But now I just follow the threads home.
So are you...
Tell me of your spider.
What do you want to know about him?
Everything. Start at the beginning. Tell me about when he was 4 years old. He was born 4 years old.
I don't know that.
What do you know? What's the first thing you know of him?
He's been looking for a dwarf that has a map to a Wave Echo Cave.
We know that. We see maps.
We also know you were instructed to kill anybody that tried to get between the Black Spider and said maps. In fact, I think you were given explicit instructions to take care of some newcomers to town, and I kind of...
Tell us about why your yogurt store is so important.
He pauses for a moment. He goes, "You were the ones going through the hideout."
That was us, yes.
Well, you left halfway through, and when I saw that a lot of my bugbears and goblins have been killed, I left.
And now we've taken your glass stick and we've tied you to a chair. I don't know if you are familiar with our work, but this is not looking good for you. I have
really
a stick.
not.
You have a butthole.
Look, I'm leaving. So what do you want?
Well, what were you looking for?
Here?
I mean, if you're leaving, yeah.
And
don't give me this bullshit about supplies. You had supplies on you already. I've got them now.
You are supplies that we found.
Supplies.
Yeah, but if I could find more. I mean, these hills are dangerous. I've got to make my way to the next town.
Yeah, I don't buy that. What specifically were you looking for here?
If there were any sort of scrolls or potions.
You are a wizard, yes?
Yes.
A capable one, yes?
Yes.
Questionable.
So then tell me why you could not just summon food or water. People, they do that, right?
The good ones do anyway.
Because that's not one
What
of
kind
my
of magic
spells.
do you know?
Let's see. What kind of magic is
God,
this?
you're a horrible liar and a horrible wizard. Jeez.
I know, and his sticks are made of glass, which is stupid.
Yeah.
Be careful with that.
Why?
It's
Do you start doing
valuable.
that dick thing? You're like, why? Am I going to break it? You're like tossing it between both hands.
Between both sets of hands.
Oh, see, it's you and the other hands are like on the other opposite corners of the room, and you're just tossing it.
Okay, so it doesn't say like what school he specializes in. It just has a list of his spells.
Do any of them seem to follow a trend?
There's a couple of like control type spells,
Oh, okay.
which he can't do because he's tied up.
Okay,
Oh.
I'm going to use an intimidate.
Okay.
And you can go ahead and decide whether or not the roll will be good enough.
All right.
Is there any way I can back him up on that as well?
Sure. You can help him, which will give him advantage.
Oh, I don't need to roll for that.
16.
Damn.
Okay. How are you intimidating him? What are you doing?
I'm going to stand him up from the chair.
Okay.
I'm going to pull his pants down so that his butt is exposed. If he's out to get us, if he knew anything about us, then he knows how we handled those orcs. And this is not going to go good for him. You know what rhymes with glass?
Actually, I just now realized.
And we have 2 bottles of potions.
That's right. We're going to torch you, then we're going to heal you, then we're going to torch you again.
I'm going to break your staff off in your ass. And then stab you with the sharp parts.
He is very intimidated. And he'll say, all right, look, I heard there was a mage doing some work around here. I thought I would see if they had found any sort of magical items or anything else that could help me because these hills are full of orcs.
I'm going to look back at Garrily and be like, this doing it for you?
I was just about to ask us. The sister Garrely's probably just completely turned white as a sheet.
This is how we get things done, lady.
She's in the doorway, very pale.
Catatonic. Listen, sister, you can forgive us later, okay? You can just bless us and we'll wipe all this clean, all right?
There's some things that can't be blessed.
Amen.
I want to get the hands to crawl up his legs. And I want him to crawl up to his shoulders.
Oh, that's not at all what I thought was about to happen.
No, come on, Nate. Don't be gross.
Oh yeah.
Don't be gross as I stand.
As you're about
to broken glass up someone's
sphincter, yes.
In all fairness, we acknowledged earlier he's evil, right? If you don't want shards of things jammed in your butt in D&D, choose a better alignment. This is on him.
Okay.
You know what? Maybe
kind of looks at
we've already established we were going to shove it in his butt, but I think that we could always do other things too. Right now we're still building a calling card. And as our, like the sticky bandits. You remember the wet bandits and the sticky bandits from Home Alone? That's what we're doing. We can't change names too frequently. We got to lock in this one, and then we can adapt.
So what? We're the Brotherhood of the Butthole? I mean,
yeah.
Okay. We're the B.O.B. We're Bob.
We're the rear admirals. Admirals.
Anyway.
Rear admirables. Yes.
He says, look, I heard there was a mage. I was seeing if there were any magical items that could help me. This tent was abandoned when I found it. I swear, I don't know where your friend is.
I'm gonna do the Batman voice. I'm gonna get the hands to do this, fingers on the side of my head. Like, tell me what you know about a spider.
Oh, okay. So I was going to attempt an insight check, but nope.
You're Spider-Man. I'm Batman.
Let's see. What else does he know about the spider?
Where can we find the spider? That's how I talk.
I'd ask him what he wanted with Gundren.
Also tell us about Gundren.
He knew the dwarf had a map of Wave Echo Cave, and Black Spider's been searching for something in it. I don't know what, but his search has been slow, so he wanted the map so that way he knew what's already been mapped in there.
What about on the letter? Can we show him the letter? The back of the letter?
The one you got today?
Yeah, one I've got from Sister Gurley.
Does that look like what you're looking for?
No.
Oh. Do you know what this is?
No.
Man. I'm going to drop the Batman voice. Like, I don't understand. Sister Gurley.
Yes.
Do we kill him?
Well, he was leading the gang that's been kidnapping and murdering citizens in town.
So that's a vote for yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Virion, how do you feel?
I say plant the flag, buddy.
Irna says, do I get a say in this?
No. I'm going to look at the hands, and I'm going to be like, thumbs up, thumbs down. Thumbs up. I'm like, oh, it's not looking good for you, buddy.
This is not how I imagine this homebrew going.
He's a gangster. He's bad. He's bad people, right?
He is, yeah.
Sister Gurley?
Yes.
Go ahead. Take care of him.
And kill him?
Yes, and if I'm gonna whisper to her, we've been stabbing things up people's butts for a while now. If you could just, it's on brand, you know.
I'm not going to do that.
You have to do that. It's part of what we do here.
I'm not a member of your.
You are traveling with us. When in Rome. When in Rome. You know what? When in Greece, do as the Greeks do.
Speaking of Greece,
here's some Greece.
We broke Rachel. I'm sorry.
I want Rachel to do this.
I'm not doing this.
You're right. It's Sister Gurley who's doing it, but through her, you will be the instrument of our rectal vengeance.
She will unsheath her longsword.
Hey.
Yeah, hey now.
Do what you gotta do. Put your own spin on it. It's fine.
I think it would be easier to just behead him.
Why?
Easier, yes. More fun, no.
When you pray, do you just do some flim flam whatever, or do you really put some panache into it?
You don't just do whatever when you pray.
That's what I'm saying. You really jazz it up. For the big man upstairs.
Give me a persuasion check.
I'm going to get a +2 bonus for using my eyebrows aggressively. 19.
Oh my god.
+4.
Never tell players to roll for something if you want.
Don't want to have to. Yeah, that's right.
See.
Okay. Now, at first, it's going to give a little resistance. It's going to give a little, but after a second, you'll cut through it like butter.
Speaking of which, here's some butter.
She is going to momentarily pray over her longsword and ask for Timora's guidance.
You're looking for directions? She needs a tom-tom?
It's the big dark circle. You can't miss it.
I'm gonna look at the guy and be like, I'm sorry this is taking so long. She's new.
And then she will, I guess, coup de grace him with her longsword.
A coup de grace?
Thank you. You beat me to it.
She will coup de grace with her longsword.
Rachel's doing it.
It's
Welcome to the poo crew.
Iarno will
Cough up longsword.
welcome death as he will welcome death as Sister Garely rips her sword out of him.
From where?
Out of him.
Out of him from where? Rachel.
She's
Sorry, I'm just trying to visualize this better. Where was it?
Paint us a word picture, DM.
Yeah. Come on.
She will pull her sword towards her, so it's not like an up and down. It's
Right.
an up and then it pulls it
And then
towards her.
a vicious outward
Yes.
pull.
Yes.
And where was the blade when it exited?
And Iarno will drop dead on the floor of the tent.
Butterfly like a shrimp.
Yes.
Okay.
Butterfly.
Butterfly. Okay.
And Sister Garely will
Go crawl into the corner like in the scene in The Crying Game.
Wait,
He was bad though, right? He did bad things.
Oh, look, he was ordered to kill us. That's bad enough for me.
It's true.
Also, he made a total mess of this guy's apartment. That's just rude.
Blame that on Iarno. God. She doesn't have prestidigitation.
What is she gonna press to digitate?
Her sword. It's gross now.
Oh, just out of curiosity, you want to roll some percentage dice, Rachel, to see what percentage chance he had taken his morning ablution?
No, I don't want to roll that.
We're rolling for some kickback here.
I don't want to roll that. So
Rachel did not see that happening.
what?
I thought it was kind of like slack DMing that you didn't describe exactly what happened. But okay.
Okay.
We'll get you on the next one.
Oh, the next one.
I don't blame her. She did not see it ending that way.
Welcome to the Rear Admirals. Okay, so I'm not certain where we go now from here.
The hand taps you on the shoulder, and then it points towards the hills.
The hills.
The hills have hands.
By the way, what can you read off his stats for me?
Oh, strength.
Just the physical one: strength, dex, con.
Strength 9, dex 14, con 11.
Mm. How's his knees look? How much does he weigh?
He's got a little bit of a belly on him, so we'll say he's, I don't know, like 185. I don't know.
Rachel measures for short. That's so funny.
Oh, that's right.
Okay.
I don't know. He's got a little bit of a belly.
But so his knees look like they could. Well, there's 14, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's nimble.
Uh-huh.
I don't think it's gonna. I'm gonna have some extra arms and shoulder blades and stuff. I don't think these are gonna carry it.
Mm-hmm.
Not with the pair of feet that I have.
Right.
The feet I have are top tier feet. Okay.
Okay.
Got Michael Jordan feet.
And the Dennis Rodman penis.
So you guys going up into the hills?
Yes, we're going to follow our way to the hills.
Okay.
Before we do that, though, I want to go back out and I want to grab that backpack and rummage through it.
Okay. So there are a couple water skins that are full.
Okay.
Some like basic supplies, rope, rations. There's a crowbar, a tent.
Okay.
Let's see if he's got anything.
You know, good people don't generally carry crowbars. Right?
They could.
In their pack with their gear?
As
Yeah.
part
like
of the
at their shop maybe to open crates, but on the road?
Isn't it the Dungeoneering pack has a crowbar in it?
Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. One of the two.
But think about what players do with an adventurer's kit with a crowbar. They just kill people and steal their shit.
Not
Nobody
always.
ever
They might
sends
use,
loot back to the family. You
but
ever notice
they
that?
might use the crowbar to help people. Like if someone is stuck in a jail.
Yeah, they'll walk
And
out of their
Rachel
wagon.
and Rachel recently edited an episode where Adri has a crowbar and uses it.
All I'm saying though is that how many times do even lawful good characters kill like an enemy, right?
Mhm.
We don't ever give their materials back to their family. We just take it.
That's true.
That's sketchy as shit.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And he has that's it, because he was carrying his potions on
Potions
him.
on him. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Are you attuning yourself to the staff, Ranazmyr?
Sure.
Okay. So going through the hills, it will take a couple of hours. So we can say you attune to the staff during this time, maybe like when you guys stop to take a break or something. This is a staff of defense.
Mm-hmm.
While holding the staff, you have a +1 bonus to your armor class.
Hey.
The staff has 10 charges, which are used to fuel the spells within it. With the staff in hand, you can use your action to cast one of the following spells from the staff if the spell is on your class's spell list. Mage Armor, which takes 1 charge, or Shield, which takes 2 charges. No components are required. The staff regains d6 + 4 charges per day. At dawn, if you expend the last charge, roll a d20, and if it's a 1, the staff shatters and is destroyed.
How many charges are on it now?
10.
10.
Because you didn't get to use it.
And then it's mage armor and shield.
Yes. Mage
10
armor
charges.
is 1 charge, shield is 2 charges.
And it gets 1d4 every
d6 + 4
every day?
expended charges each day. So it can't have more than 10.
Right. And each time I cast, it's 1 charge, right?
If you cast mage armor. If you cast shield, it's 2 charges.
Okay, there we go.
I sent you the link for it.
Oh, okay, cool.
And you have a +1 to your armor class while you are holding the staff.
Yep.
Okay.
Right on. I'm really glad we didn't use this up his butt. Because carrying it around after that would be weird.
Yes.
Yep. We need some Windex. Okay.
All right.
Was there anything interesting on the way to the hills? Anything on the horizon of the hills?
On the horizon?
Like
No.
if we were to look towards the hills, do you know the part where the blue thing touches where the green thing is?
Uh-huh.
Right
No.
there.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
I just figured I'd ask.
Okay.
Do the hills look like anything from a distance?
They look like hills.
How many hills are there?
Several.
Several. But there are 2 hills next to each other, right?
No.
They look like butts
No.
on the horizon. Onward to the butt mountains.
So it takes you guys a couple of hours, but eventually the hand leads you to an entryway that matches the sketch on the back of the letter to Ranazmyr.
Mm-hmm.
It's this temple entrance set within the hill. There
And
are
it had the symbol was to Shar, right?
yes.
Okay.
There are steps leading down. It looks like this area has only recently and very briefly been cleared of rubble. Like basically just enough rocks removed away for someone to be able to like squeeze inside.
Do I see any footprints or anything?
Give me a survival.
Nope.
Nope. But the hand is pointing at the entrance.
Well, I think this is where we're supposed to go, Ranazmyr.
Okie doke.
So to make your way down the stairs, because these are pretty like they're pretty cluttered with rock and rubble. Both of you give me acrobatics checks so that you don't fall down the stairs.
Oh, this will be
no.
great. Well, there goes my other hip, I'm sure.
I fall.
Acrobatics?
Yes.
It's a 13.
Okay. So Virion, you are able to like grab a part of the wall just before you fall. Unfortunately, Ranazmyr, you fall down to the foot of the stairs and you take 2 bludgeoning damage.
Oh my god. Is my staff okay?
Yes.
Surprised your hands didn't grab you.
They grab for the wall, but they weren't attached to him, so they're just hanging.
They just cartwheeled down on their fingers. Can I look around now that I'm at the bottom?
Yes. So you're in what looks like an entryway. It is so the stairs are to the south. While to the north, you can see there are 2 hallways. But on the left and right in this entryway room that you're in, there are on the eastern wall, there are what looks like very old, long rotted furniture, maybe like some benches or something that were there a long time ago. On your left, on the western wall, there is a long, narrow shelf that's been carved into the rock, and it's covered in what looks like people have been lighting candles and just letting the wax like drip down. In the alcove above where the shelf has been carved, there is a very faded and flaking mural of a raven-haired woman in shadow. Below the shelf, which is just discernible beneath the wax, are the words, "Bring forth night to receive Shar's blessing."
Bring forth night. So maybe when the candle burns out.
And Virion, you make it down and you see this same as well. You guys have dark vision, so you can see without having to light anything.
And Sister Garrett is coming up, bringing up the rear.
Yes.
Sad. That was totally unintentional. That one I swear God was totally unintentional.
The only reason I've been pushing the butthole angle, because normally we would just find something else to rag on, but Rachel was very worried that we were going to make butthole jokes this whole game. So I was like, we're going to now. Because, but okay.
You didn't want to disappoint her?
Yeah, I didn't want to. Well, that also, I thought they were funny. So, I mean, what are you going to do? I'm childish. Yeah. I can't help it.
That's okay. We've all got to. I'm not going to say that. Never mind.
Yeah, no.
Nope. So we have dark vision. We can see what's going on. Is there actually any natural light down here at all?
Just what's being filtered through the stairs behind you.
Okay.
How many candles are there?
So you have to go over. It looks like. Give me a either perception or an investigation, because just at a glance.
21.
Okay, so at a glance, it looks like there are no candles. Like it's all just melted wax. You find one little stub of a candle that still has a wick to it. With your 21, you can also tell that it has been recently lit and then extinguished. Like it wasn't left to burn out.
Are all the candles the same color?
They're all made of a dark wax.
Okay, I'm going to light this candle.
Okay.
And then immediately put it out with my hand.
Okay. Virion, where are you when he does this?
You know what? I was going to actually, you said there's a statue of what I assume is Shar, right?
It's a mural.
It's a mural.
Oh, it's a mural. Mm-hmm. I wanted to just investigate that a little bit more.
Okay, so that's in the alcove above the shelf with all the candles.
Okay, so I can be there too.
Okay. So nothing happens when Ranazmyr lights it, but when he blows out the candle, there's this like breeze that goes through, and both of you get 14 temporary hit points.
Hey.
Hot snot. Look at that.
We kick ass over here, man. You said 14?
Yes.
Sweet.
This is more hit points than Kavir has. I'm killing it over here.
Shit, that's almost as much as I have, period.
Okay.
No constitution having motherfucker.
So I guess we'll look at the other doors. I'm gonna look up and be like, thank you.
There's no response. Where you guys are at, you can see down the northwestern hallway. You can see at the on the left there are 2 doorways. It looks like the closest one is open, and then the one at the end of the hallway, it looks like it's shut, but it also looks like there was maybe like a cave-in or something. You can see a lot of rubble at the end of the hall there.
Okay.
I think I'll go to the. Well, go ahead.
What about the other side? Can we see down the hallway as well?
That one, you can see there are again 2 doorways. The closest one, the door is shut, and then the one at the end on the right, it looks like it's open, but there's no rubble blocking this side.
So the doors are mirror opposites, right? First one's open, first one's closed.
Yes.
And then the other one is open with no cave-in. The other one was closed, but it looks like there was a cave-in.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Nate, what were you saying?
I was just thinking about venturing over to that first open door and taking a peek around the corner.
Okay.
I don't know that we necessarily want to split. You go down one hallway and I go down the other.
Oh, no. I'll stick with you, but if you're going to look, I'm going to stand behind
you. Yeah. I think let's do rubble hallway first. So that had the open door as the first door, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to slowly go that way and then just kind of peek around the corner and see what I can see.
Okay. And I did make up this map myself, so then the dimensions might be a little fuzzy, but if you guys need me to like specify anything, just let me know.
Okay.
Shield is the quick one, right?
That's the reaction.
Right.
And that is when that you take when you are hit by an attack or targeted by magic missile.
Right.
And it's a +5 to your AC.
Yep. I was just looking at it.
Okay.
I kept clicking on shield and finding shields. Okay.
Okay.
I don't think mage armor is going to give me anything, right?
That lasts for 8 hours.
Right. I'm going to cast one of those on me then.
Okay.
So that'll be...
Can you cast that on anyone else or just yourself? No, it's touch.
Okay. So then I'm going to give it to you as well.
So that is
Nate.
Okay.
Your
13
AC
is your base.
plus your dex modifier.
Okay, so my AC is now 14. Sweet.
Mine's
Nice.
way better than that now.
So that's 2 charges?
Yep. So
okay.
8. I'm going to look at Garrely and I'll be like, once you've invaded a few more bottles, you'd get the blessing as well.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah. You have to learn it.
All right. So you guys are checking out the first doorway on the rubble hallway.
Yes.
Okay.
On the left. The door goes to the left, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So you guys peek in. This room, it's about a 15 by 25 foot room. The walls here are stone and they have been carved with sort of different shelves and bookcases, although at a glance, many of them are either missing or they've rotted away with age. In the center of the room are 2 broken remains of tables. In the northeast, northwest, and southwest corners are human-sized statues of gargoyles, while at the southeast wall, which is across, so you would have to cross the room to get to it, there is a barred cage that is just large enough to hold what looks like a mummified corpse.
Gargoyles and a corpse. This is like what it looks like when one of the Golden Girls croaks. Sister Girly.
Yes.
Would you please go check on that body in the cage over there?
Do you think it's important?
I think it's very important that you do this and not me.
Not you.
Um,
All right. She'll draw her long sword and her shield and kind of step into the room. She pauses and looks at the gargoyles. None of them move. And she'll walk across the room to the corpse inside the cage. After a minute, she says, "There's a sign next to it."
What does it say?
It says, "I cannot keep a secret. The raven holds my heart."
Can we do a religion check?
Sure. Give me a religion check.
I'm going to do an Arcana check on the gargoyles.
Okay.
To see if I pick anything up off of them.
All right.
I didn't do good.
So it's a 20 Arcana.
Okay. So, Virion, you know that with gargoyles, for living ones, if they are in a like stone state, there's literally no way to tell them apart from just a piece of stone that's been carved into a gargoyle.
Gotcha.
How's that religion check?
It was an 8.
It was an 8.
Oh, wait. No, it's not.
Oh.
It's a 10.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you would know that ravens are one of the favorite animals of Shar.
Right. They also said raven-haired, right?
Yes. She is a raven-haired goddess.
Right. She combs her hair and goes, "Ah!"
I cannot keep a secret.
The raven holds my heart.
And this is so the corpse, is it in a severe, I mean, so corpse,
mummy,
not skeleton.
It's a mummy, right?
It is a mummified corpse, yes.
Right. And does it have a wound on its chest? Or is it wrapped in bandages like cartoonish mummy?
It's not wrapped in bandages. She'll say, Sister Girly will say, yeah, there's a big hole in its chest.
Okay. So not metaphorical heart, like tangible heart. Okay.
So we're on the lookout for a heart.
Ranazmyr stops what he's doing for a second, and he kind of like takes his hand and like runs it through his hair, and he's like, "Really glad to be back." All right, let's investigate some shit.
Okay, so you said there was also a bookshelf with books?
The walls in this room are like shelves have been carved into the stone. But looking around, it looks like the papers have basically rotted.
So I mean, it's not, I can't really glean anything from that.
No.
And then you said there were broken table in the center of the room?
There are two. But basically it's like they've been left for so long that they sort of
they just kind of
collapsed under their own weight.
So I know that gargoyles, that it's very difficult to tell the difference between just a statue and a gargoyle in stone form.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, they're not bothering us. So
yeah.
We could leave.
Yeah, I think we need to go search another room.
I think that's probably a good idea.
Sister Girly will come back.
I can't wait for this to play out. I've been dropping this frequently.
Should we continue on?
Absolutely. Why don't you go ahead and take the lead? Oh my God! What the hell was that?
Are you all right?
Oh, I had such a headache.
I was about to ask if you had a stroke there.
I had one before breakfast.
Uh,
Back up in the room. It's always good to start your day off with a hand.
Mm.
And then make your hand.
Was that Pamela or Luke?
Okay, Pamela's gone. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe if you were up to date.
It's very insensitive of you to keep mentioning her.
She died in a tragic I couldn't get out of my glove accident.
All right. Gary Lee will move back into the hallway and move north towards the rubble and the shut door.
So can the door be opened with the fact that there's rubble in front of it, or does it look like it's a door that opens into the room and therefore we would just have to crawl over the rubble?
Well, it looks like you would have to clear away some of the rubble before you could open the door.
Before we could open the door.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to try an old 2nd edition D&D trick. Are you ready?
Okay.
Okay.
I don't believe the rubble's actually there. I'm going to try to walk through the rubble.
Okay. You take 1 bludgeoning damage as you walk into a bunch of rubble.
You know what? That sounds ridiculous, right? But it absolutely works, and it doesn't make any sense why it does.
Was this episode released, or is this already?
What?
Okay. In one of the 3 episodes that I edited this week, you talk about this.
That is crazy. Really? This
Yes.
is not the first or last time I've done this.
That's why I was like, we must have already released that episode, because you're talking about like a bridge and whether or not the bridge would be there.
The illusion trick. Right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. No, this just happens sometimes. My brain's on a cycle.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would, yeah. So we'd have to clear things out of the way to get the door open. I'm kind of, I would say I'd rather go to the other open door on the other side of the.
We should go 3 doors down.
Yeah.
I'll find the kryptonite.
Let's look in the open rooms before we start spending all of our time moving rocks.
Oh my God, we're trapped.
Yeah.
All right, so
I have to do some music references. We have to do music jokes periodically, just because it's musically based.
That's
okay.
right.
Sorry.
All right, so we're going back down the hallway and up the other hallway?
Yeah, so the other hallway opposite was closed door
first,
and then open door. So I guess
Correct.
Let's go to the open door.
Okay, so you're going to walk past the closed door and go to the open door.
That's DM phrasing right there.
I know. I heard it and I'm like, no, I'm not going to meta because I already said it, but I know exactly where this is going.
We send Garrily. She goes first.
We're all about equality.
Hey, guess what? When we ask players or people listening to the podcast, hey, who's your favorite character? Guess who doesn't say Garrily? Everyone. No one gives a fuck if she's dead. She's blind in half of our listeners' memory. Half of the players, half of the fucking listeners think this lady's blind.
So you're sending a blind woman down a dangerous hallway by herself?
Yeah.
Didn't say that to make sense.
She turned my love ring into church money.
You didn't even know about that ring.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. It was the vibe that hurt.
She's actually wearing it.
No, she's not.
She is. She didn't give it to the church.
So she stole it from orphans. That bitch. You're not going to change my mind on her eating all the damage. We're going to do this. You know the best part of having a good player in your party, like a person who's really like Paragon good, is that if you offer them the chance to be heroic, they have to take it. Because if they don't, then they're assholes. God won't like them.
Do you think Garrily is Paragon good when she did that to Yarno?
Yeah, I think that you can still be good and puncture a butt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, otherwise we're all going to hell.
I love the way Nate put us all in the same boat.
Hey,
we've all been there, right, guys? Every one of us, including everyone other than me.
We've all violated a sphincter or two in our time.
Oh man, it's very funny to me.
So you guys are all walking past the door. The closed door.
Wait. Okay. You keep doing this. You keep trying to put us all together. I said Garely's going before me for sure. Nate, you get to decide where you are at in comparison to the blind woman.
All right. So even I'm in front of you, and odd I'm behind you. Now I'm bringing up the rear.
Well, we all have to do it once in a while.
That's right.
Garely. Life is but a dream.
All right. She's
row your ass
hallway.
down the hall.
When she gets to the end of the hallway, there's the open door to her right, and then the hallway also continues to her left. And she will look left and say, "There's a body over here."
Does it have a hole in its chest?
I can't tell.
Let's do the open door first.
Okay.
Okay, well, let's check the body. Fine, whatever. Okay, whatever. You're in the lead.
Yeah, she sees a body. We'll go down and check the body.
Okay, so she turns the corner. So you guys are also going to have to turn the corner to see the body.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm going to turn it substantially after other people turn it.
Okay. You and Virion just like both standing in the hallway, like after you. No, after you. You go ahead.
Well, we've all seen what happens to people when their butt is unprotected. So we're covering our ass. I'm bringing up my own 6. Thank you.
That's right. We'll bring up our own rears. Thank you very much.
When the two of you eventually resolve whatever order you're going in.
Together.
I'm walking backwards, facing him around the corner. I'll go first.
Okay. There is a there is another hallway that goes north. It's essentially where the two hallways of like the
cave in and
the cave in and then on, like they connect to join one hallway, where there is another cave in, but there is also a body lying face down, and you can only see the upper half of it. One of its arms is like buried under rubble, and the other arm, it looks like has been chewed off at about the half forearm point.
I'm like, oh my God, Brian De Palma.
Is Brian De Palma line like that really super, excited dog? It's like jumping around, and it like falls over on its back and wiggles and pisses all over itself.
Something similar to that, I suppose. It climbs
the
down.
Arms of the angel.
Kind of like it seems to be investigating its body.
It's like jumping and snapping and pointing at the same time.
Yeah.
All right.
It was collapse. It was cave in, right?
Yes, and it looks like it got caught in the cave in, and presumably chewed off its arm to continue its quest to find you.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Wait a minute. There's a lot of questions here.
Okay.
All right. It chewed off its arm to continue its quest. Its sentience was then in its arm, and its mouth was the peripheral? It had a hand brain? Okay,
well,
okay. Was he undead?
Yes, this guy has been dead for quite a while. This is probably one of Harmon's zombies.
Oh, okay, I got you.
All
right, that makes sense. That makes more sense now. I was about to say, this hand was in control the whole time.
Of the body?
Yeah. It walks around like this, and it picks up things with its mouth. I should probably quit doing visual jokes.
Hello.
What is that? God, there's like this old movie that had like, and like the villain was like a hand, like a
Super
hand.
Smash Brothers.
No. Oh my God! Hold on, I have to look this up.
I don't. What search words are you using? Old movie hand puppet.
It was called Freaked. It's from 1993.
Okay.
A vain actor, his best friend, and an activist end up at a mutant freak farm run by a weirdo scientist.
Oh, I remember this one now. Yeah.
And there was
It's
I found
got it's got not Ted. It's got Bill from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Yes.
Alex Winter. Yes.
What was the other one? Idle Hands?
Idle
Another
Hands.
movie about hands.
Yeah, Idle Hands was the one with Seth Green in it, I think, right?
Yeah, can you look up what year Idle Hands came out?
That would be like maybe 97, am I right? 99.
It was 99?
It was 1999.
90s were very hand-based movies.
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just I remember watching them.
So I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about the movie Freaked. Okay. In addition to Alex Winter, it starred Randy Quaid.
Oh, yeah. This is a straight to Walmart.
Bobcat Goldthwait.
Goldthwait, man.
Goldthwait, sorry. Mr. T.
Mm-hmm.
And Brooke Shields.
Yes.
Brooke Shields is hot.
Yeah. The budget was $13 million. Would you like to know how much it made at the box office?
Dude.
$7.
$29,296.
Oh my God. I hope the Blu-ray sells well. You know what's fantastic though? How do you not know Bobcat Goldthwait? You have to know.
Cool, yeah.
Yeah.
If you've seen any Police Academy movie, you absolutely have to know.
And from Hercules, the Pain.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a stand-up comedian for a long time. Really
for a long time.
Guy.
Yeah,
it's really funny. I used to be able to do. I'm afraid to do it now because I haven't done it in so long. Because Bobcat Goldthwait hasn't been very relevant.
Truly.
Rachel, will you edit it out if I do it? It's terrible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm really afraid you're not going to edit it out if it's bad. Okay, I'm trying to remember a line he said from his comedy.
All right,
special.
Patreon listeners.
You know what? I don't want to do this. No.
Okay. All right. Performance
Remember a couple of years ago when all the boys are named Jason and all the girls are named Brittany? That was pretty good.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
It was not bad
Bobcat
at all.
has a very interesting voice that changes from the lowest of the low to the highest of the high.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, what the fuck were we doing?
I don't know.
Sorry. It was the hand controlling thing that reminded me of that movie.
Here's the last thing. The soundtrack, part of the soundtrack was provided by the Butthole Surfers. There's how it all goes full circle. It all goes full circle.
All right.
We have to check those rooms that we passed up.
Okay.
We have to.
Yeah, we will. But so we've got a zombie in front of us. We know where the hand came from now. I would like to go examine what's left of the body underneath the rubble to see if there's anything there.
There's not much of him that you can examine. Most of him is under the rubble. But he doesn't have anything special on him.
But if one of Harmon's zombies are down here, then it would stand to reason that Harmon is down here as well.
Yes.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, let's, if there's nothing there, let's go ahead and backtrack to that closed door that we passed that you kept.
There was an open door we passed.
Oh, that's right. We did.
You are right beside an open doorway.
Yeah, that's right. We did not go through the open door. We went to the bodies. Let's do the open door. Yeah.
Okay. So you guys move in. This, my notes. This is what looks like was once like a feast hall or cafeteria for the.
Those have different vibes. This was a feast hall or a cafeteria. This was the Four Seasons or a Piccadilly's.
Oh my God! So you had Piccadilly's in Georgia?
They still have Piccadilly's in Georgia.
Really? We don't have them in Texas anymore. They all shut down.
I think we have one. I don't know. Every Sunday at like 11 o'clock, old people swarm fucking like 4 different restaurants. So I'm assuming we still have a Piccadilly's.
Piccadilly's, yeah. Yeah, we have.
It's either that or it was taken over by another person who owned the Piccadilly's before and had to change the name when it went out of business, but they're still doing the same shit. We have a catfish place here.
That doesn't surprise me.
Dude, I swear to God. The South is so fucking ridiculous. This place sucks.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I hate this place so much.
And that's cafeteria talk.
Next week on Cafeteria Talk.
Yeah.
Is Piccadilly still open? We're not certain.
Sure. It's brown gravy. Love it or hate it.
I like brown gravy. I like both styles of brown gravy.
Yeah.
The dark brown and then the pheasant light brown.
The turkey brown, yes.
Yeah, turkey brown. Turkey brown sounds like a detective.
Hey, Virion and Ranazmyr, what are your passive perceptions?
Passive
It's not good right now.
Well, I've got a lot of passive perception.
Yes.
11.
Okay.
So it sucks.
9. Because it's 8 plus your modifier, right? Plus proficiency bonus?
Yes, if you have proficiency.
Which I don't. So 9.
You don't?
Mm-mm.
Is that... Hold on.
I don't have proficiency as a wizard on perception, right?
Well, do you have proficiency in wisdom?
No. Intelligence, charisma.
Yeah, see, mine's con and charisma. Okay.
All elves have proficiency in perception.
Even drow?
You pick an elf and then you pick your subrace.
Okay. So then, yes. Sure. Then it's 11.
Okay.
So it's
still not good.
Okay.
That's good to know.
Unless it's different for Eladrin, but...
I mean, mine just says passive perception is 11. I mean, that's based on wisdom, so I assume that's my wisdom score, which is a 9, and my proficiency bonus is a 2. That would be 11.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're not very perceptive.
No.
No,
okay.
We're not.
What is Garrely's?
125 years of unadulterated fade leaf will do that to you.
Okay, I guess. Okay. All right. So you guys go into the feast hall.
Yeah, we ain't found shit.
There is another open doorway on the northeastern side. You guys have come in on the southwestern side of this room. There is a lot of broken furniture here and what looks like a couple of recently dead zombies near the northeastern part of the room.
Can we see anything interesting in that side of the room other than the dead things?
No. Give me a perception.
Oh, God damn it.
I'll join on this. Why not? Not that that's going to make a big difference, I don't think.
18.
Okay.
Oh, fuck no.
All right. So you do kind of look over and study that area, and you notice as you're studying it, the sounds of eating that slows and then stops, and then the shuffling sounds of footsteps as from the other room comes a couple of undead creatures.
Invis-zombies.
They are... Get my book.
They were in the cafeteria line trying to decide on what kind of gravy they wanted.
I want light brown. Oh, wait. Biscuits and gravy. That's white gravy.
That's
pretty good.
Sausage gravy.
Yeah. I love biscuits and gravy. It's like the one thing that the South does really well. That and chicken and dumplings.
Mm-hmm.
But, and I preface this, about 1 out of every 3 times you eat it down here, you get food poisoning.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Like they don't really take care of things in most places. I think the numbers of food poisoning increases if you go to a Waffle House to get it.
Well, I think that's just, I mean, you know, You're better off going to lick a toilet seat than you are eating at a Waffle House. Let's be honest.
Unless it's a Waffle House toilet seat, and then you die.
Yeah, that's true.
Dude, have you ever walked into a Waffle House and you feel greasy as soon as you step in? It's like that meat air that.
No, I mean, to be fair, I think I've only eaten at a Waffle House probably less than 5 times in my life. The last time I ate at a Waffle House would have been probably 2 or 3 years ago. My mom and I and my grandparents, we decided to take a trip over to Louisiana to go to the casino, and stopped at a Waffle House for breakfast. And I don't.
That's a heavy
don't
commitment early in the day.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. I didn't feel like greasy or anything. I immediately felt better about myself in every single way.
Oh, dude. Okay, so I made this mistake one time. We were getting ready to do a convention, and so I met up with one of my artist friends, John. Old ass John. John, you old fuck, John. You gray haired bitch. Old ass motherfucker. Okay. You Stonehenge crafting motherfucker. Okay. So I met up with him, and we were gonna like kind of grab breakfast or whatever. He wanted to do Waffle House real bad. It was like halfway between our houses, so we went there. And I was like, I don't want to eat anything big because I don't want to fuck me up for the rest of the day. Right? We're gonna be there for a long time, so I'm like, I'll just get something like hash browns. And then I was like, well, I want hash browns, but that's my only thing I'm eating, so I want a triple order hash browns, right? And they're like, what do you want? And I was like, chili and cheese, right? Because that's what you do. Oh my God. So they gave me that. I ate it, not thinking that the whole reason I ordered them was that I wouldn't eat anything big, right? Before I leave the chair that I'm sitting in, my stomach is going, right? And I'm just like, oh my God. I had to ride out the most, like, devastating shit of my life. I had to keep it inside, right? You know, like a person who committed murder and gets away with it. I just got to keep it in there. You know what I mean? My whole life. It just feels like. So it's like we're there for 12 hours that day. And the whole time, my stomach is churning like I'm like a Bunsen burner, right? It's just like, it's a bubbling. When I get home, it's like a Falcon, was a Falcon Heavy rocket. Like a cone.
Was it like Jed Can't Clamp It shooting a shotgun into the ground?
It was so bad. It was like, imagine like a rocket booster going off, but with pinto beans.
Oh.
Right. You know that space in between where the porcelain or the bowl stops and the seat begins, and then you know what I'm talking about? That little thin area. Mm-hmm. Well, my body had covered the top part of the toilet.
Oh God.
And the bowl covered the bottom, but right out of that seam shot out like a fucking like a thumb on a water hose in all directions, left a brown ring at about 2 feet high all the way around the bathroom.
Oh God, so gross.
Yeah. It was really bad. It was real bad. So don't do that. If you ever gotta go do like a long event or you gotta be somewhere, don't eat a triple order of chili cheese hash browns from Waffle House.
Both of you give me initiative.
Yeah. She's had enough of our shit.
Once again, we want to thank you guys for listening to Freelance Heroism. We hope you're having just as much fun listening as we are playing. Visit us at facebook.com/freelanceheroism and leave us a like. If you'd like to see our adventures in comic form, the professional illustrates our misadventures and more at 1d4rounds.com. If you're interested in supporting us, consider donating. We're at patreon.com/freelance_heroism. Keep an eye out for rewards as we add them.
Our cast includes me, Dees Cassius, as Ranazmyr on lead guitar, David Walker as Varys on drums, Jake Sipple as Mellifluor with lead vocals, and Nathan Lett as Virion Herpator, Lich Gate's executive talent agent. And let's not forget, last but not least, our suffering DM, Rachel Moore.
Questions or comments? Send an email to freelanceheroismpodcast@gmail.com. Don't forget to give us a 5-star review wherever you get your podcasts. Thanks again for listening. We'll see you next week. Until then, the invoice is in the mail.
What's an invoice? That's the voice you use inside. For indoor concerts.
As opposed to your out voice.
I use my out voice all the time. You know what you got to do? You got to get some Go-Gurt and you got to lay it in a bowl and then you just got to dunk your whole head in there.
Oh.
Yeah. That's going to help.
Okay. I'll consider it.
Hey, you're welcome. Your doctor is going to tell you the same thing, but hey, you want to pay a guy to tell you, dip your face in some yogurt. Go ahead. All right. You ready?
Ready.
Which one are we doing again? Shit.